Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Atomic, the leader of the Snap Mania, and today we're gonna be explaining, well, the entire March season in Marvel Snap. We'll be rating all the cards, we'll be seeing what's broken, what's bad, what should you spend your keys on. So without further ado, if you want a quick TLDR of what to spend your keys on, make sure to just, hit the like and subscribe button, because we're gonna get into it right away, starting now. So if you wanted a quick overview on anything, here's my current thoughts, because I know all of you are gonna buy War Machine, because he's absolutely a 5-star in every category. So let's start immediately with the season pass card. That's Hope Summers. Everyone is rating her a 5-star. I'm giving her a 4-star rating because while she is very good, she is very susceptible to just being clogged a lot, you being just not good with utilizing your energy, which makes her hard to play, and in some decks she's just not that useful, but extra energy is always good, and she is absolutely the best value in the game because she's the season pass card. Pixie, everyone is rating her at a 3-star. I'm rating her at a 3-star too because she might be broken, she might be bad, I just don't know. This effect is too hard to judge, and her Spotlight Week is quite well. I don't know if I would say it's that good. It has Spider-Ham and Mobius, 2 Series 4 cards, and that's just really not good value considering your Spotlight keys are better used elsewhere, such as in the Mockingbird week. Mockingbird is of course rated by everyone as a 5-star. I'm gonna give her a 4.5 because she is Thanos support, and she will probably be mostly only good in Thanos and maybe low-key. I don't know, will she be good in low-key? I think she might even be good in some Moon Girl variants, but I'm just very sad that Mockingbird will be even more Thanos support, which is quite annoying to see considering that everyone is always printing more Thanos support, from Cool Obsidian to even more new cards that I'm not even gonna get into. But yeah, her value is absolutely incredible because what's in her week? Miss Marvel, that card, yeah, that one, the one you hate. And the one you keep asking about is, can she be replaced? Well, you won't need to replace her anymore. Mockingbird and Miss Marvel will join your collections in, well, 3 weeks time, so make sure to like her. And that will be absolutely great considering that also Man-Thing is in there. Hopefully Man-Thing gets a buff. What a terrible card. And finally, Cannonball. Everyone's giving him a 1-star. I'm gonna give him 2 stars. Why? Even though he's terrible, he's at least funny. That's it. I'm giving him 1 star for comedy. And what is his value in the week? Romic, what is his value in the week? Well, are you ready for 2 Series 4 cards? Kitty Pryde and Ghost Spider. Yeah, this week is trash. Do not pull for Cannonball. Just wait for YouTubers to make videos on him and see if you want to get him from there. This card is absolute trash. I don't think you should ever get Cannonball, especially because his effect is so niche. And he does a thing, a 4 cost that can become a 3 cost, does way better than he does. And he doesn't even have any restrictions. He can just move anything. Stegron, man. Stegron stacks going in. And that was my quick review over all the cards because, well, War Machine, you're getting him instantly because he's an absolute 5-star in every category. But if you want a more detailed review, stick, because we're gonna start immediately with Hope Summers. Now, Hope Summers is, of course, a card that says after you play a card here, you get +1 energy next turn. She has a very unique effect. She's generic energy access for all the decks in the game. And I think that this effect might be one that just might break the entire game someday because of us ramping into something we shouldn't be able to get access to. But that is just, like, the start of Hope Summers' abilities. She can make combos that didn't make sense before suddenly make sense. You can play Hope Summers, play something on top of that, like a Shuri, then you get Nimrod, and then you can play Nimrod over that, but then you had +1 energy. You can add some other stupid thing to the combo. Like, you realize how much stuff Hope Summers is letting you do. She's then giving you 2 cards to play, then you can play 2 more energy. It's such an interesting effect. It's so cool, and I love Hope Summers. But what is the problem though with Hope Summers? Like, Hope Summers is lauded as the best season pass card of all time, like being better called than Zabu. Are you crazy? If you didn't know, the past Zabu did give he was a 3 cost that gave all of your 4 costs -2 cost. That card was absolutely busted. It was stupid. It was energy cheating on ongoing. That is the best kind. This is after you play a card here. So that means you need, first of all, like, that's the problem. You need to clog yourself sometimes to play stuff into her if you don't play dedicated cards just like Kitty Pryde, Jeff, Vision, stuff like that. And even that stuff is sometimes not even that good. You might want to play it somewhere else considering locations are also a factor. And sometimes she may just do nothing. Sometimes your hand isn't good enough to have anything to ramp into. And that is just, sometimes quite bad. You need to be thinking like, how do I make proactive plays around what my opponent is doing? What am I ramping into? Stuff like that is very hard to manage advantage sometimes. And awful top deck. That is like the most important part. If you don't draw Hope Summers early, my god, Hope Summers does nothing. If you play her on 5 with something like, okay, you have 7 energy. Now what? Now what? What are you doing? Nothing. It's not that good. The point is, energy cheating is only good when you get it on curve. That's how you beat the opponent who's just playing, I don't know, good stuff Darkhawk or good stuff Loki. And even then, Loki will get just your energy. You need to be doing something unfair with Hope Summers, which makes her a very interesting deck building option. But my opinion on Hope Summers is she's just really cool and a really good card. She will definitely see play somewhere. And on the complete other spectrum, we have Pixie, who says, on reveal, shuffle the costs of all cards in your deck that started there. Now this is a possibly game-breaking effect, a la Mr. Negative. And the energy cheating, it's just a really good mechanic. All of you know how good Zabu is, and if she's good, she's broken. That's it. But she is also one of the worst cards in the entire game to just off the top. If you draw her like any turn after 3 or 4, you're like, oh god, what am I playing? Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, Pixie is just such a bad draw later in the game. If you don't draw her on turn 1, she is just like, or turn 2, man, what a bad card to just play, because that means you're just putting out 2 energy to hopefully energy cheat later, and that's just not that good. Like, before she was a 1 cost, you could do this on turn 1, but then Second Dinner probably realized giving her a premium stat line, especially with the 1 cost enabled, means that you can energy cheat from turn 2, which was absolutely broken, and Mobius insta-kills her just like Mr. Negative, and if she is a bad card, man, she's awful. But also, she's in a very questionable spotlight week. She's up there with Spider-Ham and Mobius, and while I think those two are like fine enough good cards, especially Mobius, that also means one thing. People who got Pixie will probably have gotten Mobius, which means that mirrors may end up happening, since, well, Mobius does superside her condition where she just may shuffle stuff that sucks, like the cost just might be bad, like Infinity Stone could cost, I don't know, still 1, while your Doctor Doom will still cost 6. Stuff like that can happen. That's the point. But that's the point. Pixie is just meant to be like a meme card. She's funny, but she might break the game if she's really good, but if she's really bad, my god, she will be bad. Speaking of cards that will never be bad, oh my god, this card is absolutely just... I have nothing much to say about Mockingbird. I'll just say one thing about Mockingbird. It's more Thanos support. She'll be a 0-9 in Thanos sometimes. Sometimes a 3-9, a 4-9, a 1-9. You realize how stupid that sounds when I say it out loud. Like, it's so busted in Thanos. And I'm absolutely flabbergasted why they let it work with Thanos. And the fact that was the first thing they showcased, I was like... oh my god, I don't realize why they do this a lot, but her Spotlight Week is absolutely incredible. It's featuring Mockingbird, Miss Marvel, and Man-Thing in it. Man-Thing's amazing variant is absolutely cool, but if you don't have Man-Thing, he's probably gonna get buffed or something. He's an absolutely terrible card. I recommend just, if you can pull Miss Marvel and Mockingbird, good for you. Don't pull for anything else. And this card is absolutely worth the Spotlight key. It's absolutely ridiculous card if you have Thanos. But if you don't want to play Thanos, should you pull Mockingbird? I still think so. Energy cheating, as usually, it's absolutely broken. And just the prospect of being able to play a 0-9 is, as someone who has played a lot of High Evo Abomination, I know how good that thing is. That thing is absolutely insane. So yeah, I would definitely recommend pulling from Mockingbird. And what I would definitely not recommend pulling is Cannonball. On reveal, move the highest power enemy card here away. If you can't, destroy it with a rock. Like he's unique. You can't take that away from him. And he can kill stuff. And he sometimes may clog someone. But oh my god, this thing does nothing. Like, sure, a 5-8, some disruption, but at that point you're playing Bad Arrow. Like, why are you moving him randomly? You can pick it with Arrow and she has a better stat line. But Omek, if he can't move, you destroy it with Rock. When does that apply? How much do people clog anyway? Like, sure, this effect might be useful sometimes, but there is stuff like you can have to play this on turn 6. That's the problem. You have to play on turn 6, and what do you play with it? Iron Fist? Like, what the hell is this? It's such a, like, it's a joke stat line as well. 5-8. Couldn't give it the 5-9 second dinner. Like, you know how bad this thing is. The fact they've even buffed him But they nerfed his attack. You know what was it before? Move the just move a card here away if you can't destroy it with a rock. Like, oh my god, what is this? And you're thinking about destroying the Living Tribunal. I'm destroying Red Skull. Bro, those decks don't clog themselves. They never do. Because they can't play enough cards. This is a useless tech card for a situation that does not happen. If you're facing so many Ultron decks, then by god, you do actually have a chance to play Cannonball, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And this isn't even good against some people who mentioned, like, yeah, Hella decks can clog themselves. They discard like 4 cards, and at most play Lockjaw, and you realize what happens? It just moves! Like, oh my god, just play Arrow instead. This card is terrible. Do not pick up Cannonball. Just do not. And if someone told you I told you to pick up Cannonball, they're a liar. I don't think I need to explain anything for this card. You know how broken this thing is. Like, just until the end of next turn, nothing can stop you from playing cards anywhere. And this, I had a lot to talk about because I was like, oh my god, this effect is so interesting. Like, then you can play stuff like Professor X. But then, you could put stuff into Professor X. Like, you could win a lane with Omega Red, always. Like, imagine that. Wow, that's so cool. And then Glenn told us he bypasses summoning restrictions. Infinite, Ebony Maw, Crossbones, whatever you want. Cool Obsidian, doesn't matter. It's like the text doesn't exist. And then I was like, wait a minute. So nothing can stop me from playing cards anywhere. No mana restrictions? Like, shouldn't I be able to play infinite cards then? Like, that's such a dumb thing that he does for some reason, which makes him definitely a way better card. But my god, War Machine will definitely get increased to a 5 cost. This effect, especially since he can get affected by Zabu. Imagine playing this on turn 2, not just like playing this on turn 5 with a 2 cost and then just playing whatever you want. Like, my god, the insanity just keeps getting weirder and weirder. You can play into hard to reach places. Lockdown decks die. There is just there is no flaw I can say in War Machine. Like, sometimes his effect might just not be that good, but that's not even the point. When his effect is good, his effect is busted. But when his effect is meh, it's still just a 4-6 or 3-6. That's not bad at all. And it has a lot of practical applications. You should definitely pick up War Machine. If you didn't get the joke, like, this card is absolutely ridiculous. Pick up War Machine. Pick up War Machine. Should I even mention his Spotlight Week? Does it even matter? Oh yeah, Silk and Silver Samurai there. 2 good cards. Yeah, you want to really pick up War Machine. So much so that I'm gonna do one thing that I haven't done for any single other card. So you want to see something? There's your win rate without War Machine, and there's your win rate with War Machine. Like, you just buy him. Look at that. Look at that variant. Look how sexy it is. Look at that. Blueprint just... So good. So good. What a beautiful ass variant. Oh my god. And it's also 700 gold. Just buy it. Imagine this inked. You get to see it glow and shit. Like, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing card. I cannot believe they're releasing a card of this quality. This is straight up busted tier. This is what I would classify as one of the best cards ever released. Absolutely, just, I cannot believe this thing is getting released. Absolutely ridiculous. But those were all the cards for March. There is nothing more to add, and that was my entire review. So hey, if you enjoyed this little review of the entire March season, make sure to give the video a quick like, comment, subscribe, as I do these every day. Helps me a lot, and well, boys, I was Nomic, and I'll see you in the Snap Mania. Take care, all of you.